Hey everyone, just wanted to say hello and thank you all for coming back and watching my videos. And the last time I checked, I think I was at number 64 in the subscribers, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for I'm losing my voice, for subscribing to my video. I really appreciate it, and given the fact that my first video wasn't all that great, that says a lot that I have 64, 63 subscribers, whatever it is right now. So, yeah, I know that it has not been very long since I did a video, but my house is quiet right now, and I've got a little time, so I thought I would jump on here while my husband's at work and my son's at his friend's for the night, and show you some things I was talking about last time. So I'm going to show you the stuff that I have kitted up. The only thing that I don't have in there right now is the fabric, because they are still rolled up in the tubes. I have yet to order any. I know I'm looking down. I think I have to look at the little camera light so you can not see my eyes look down. I haven't ordered any fabric online, so I get a lot of mine from like Joann Fabrics and Michaels, and so they, most of them come in the tubes, so I just left them there because I figure they were safe in there. And then I will just grab one because I've got a bunch of them. Every time I have a coupon, that's what I go for. I buy the fabric. So I'm just going to show you that. It's going to show me my I already know what it looks like. I'm going to show you my afghan that I've been stitching, and then where I'm at so far on my whips. It's not very far because I just filmed I think it was 3 days ago. And then there is a Stitchy tag that Pam did quite some time ago, and she got it from Theresa. So I thought the questions were really good, and I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and answer those because that would be a good way to know what kind of stitcher I am. So I'm sorry, again, it sounds like I have a frog in my throat. It is getting very cold here. That's why I have a sweater. In fact, they're saying it may possibly snow on Monday or Tuesday, Monday night, Tuesday. I don't know. I may have Tuesday off, but I highly doubt it. Here in Oregon, we don't get a whole lot of snow, at least not in the area I'm in. So let's see. How about if I show you? Oh, and I pulled a couple things out, and I washed them, and I feel horrible because they were in a bag. And I honestly don't remember if I showed it to you in my last video. I don't know. But I'm going to put my finger across their last name just because I don't know if my sister would want you to know their last name. She probably wouldn't care, but, you never know. I'm not going to do it without asking permission. So this is one that I stitched for her a long time ago, and never gave it to her. Put it in the container and forgot all about it. Is that horrible? So here it is. I got it washed. Oh, yeah, if you remember right, the lighting was terrible. So you can see their first name, kind of. And it says, I know you can't see it, every wise woman builds her house. Well, it's a little better. Yeah. So I got it. I showed the name anyway. I got it all nice and clean. Well, pretty clean, considering. And all iron flat. And I'm actually going to attempt to frame that myself. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that one. This one here, on my first video, I showed you the booklet of the 4 seasons, and I showed you what one I'd already did. I washed it, and there is a little stain on the top that I can't get out. This one too I washed and I put it in the container. And I don't know how the stain happened, but I ended up soaking it in the soap water. I haven't ironed it yet. For like 45 minutes. And then I kind of rubbed it and it wouldn't come out because it wasn't on the stitch. So when I frame it, I'm just going to cover that with a mat because the rest of it's good. So here it is. The colors are so much more vibrant. You see the light's freaking out. The little stain up on top. I don't even know how that got there. I wash my hands before I stitch. I don't even like to drink anything. I have like something in my cup with a straw. And I sit back when I drink it. Oh, it's a little bit better. So yeah, that's the spring. And all of those little buds that you see are French knots. And for you to know me a little bit on my stitchy style and all that, that's not even in the questions. I hate doing French knots. I know a lot of people say it, but no, I honestly detest French knots. And I had to do all those. See those flower buckets down below? Well, not when the light wigs out. Yeah, those are all French knots. We're talking, can I even do it? I have to look. There, French knots. This right here. No, those aren't French knots. I didn't think so. The little trellis, not French knots. Yeah. It's a lot. And I got them all done, and they actually look right. If you could see it up close. I will one day get a camera, but right now my husband and I are really focusing on getting out of debt. We are back to doing the Dave Ramsey program, and we tried it before, and we did pretty good, and then we failed miserably, and we went and got this computer on credit, and went downhill from there, so we're really working hard on that. And any kits that I get, well, I don't really even get kits, that 12 days of Christmas that I almost got. You know that one? That I'm still upset about? That's probably the only kit that I would consider getting. I only considered that because it was such a good deal. Because I wouldn't have used the 14 count fabric. I would have used the floss and the beads, but I wouldn't have used the fabric. I would have used it for something else. But I try and get deals. I won a memorabilia. It will be in the mail on Monday, and I will wait till my next video to show you what one I got. And it's deals like that that I'll get because I have some spending money, my husband does, while we're going through this, just to help us stay on track. And I won it for a little over $5. And then the shipping, which ended up being a little over $7, and that's a good deal. So I'll get good deals like that. But other than that, yeah, we're not trying to spend like a massive amount of money on something. And a camera is, over $300 or more to get one that records and that's decent. So I don't know. I'm just not sure what we're going to do. I may be in front of this for a while, or once in a while I may go ahead and record on my iPad, and I hope you all bear with me that the screen isn't that large, but if you enlarge it, then you'll get the full thing. Maybe my husband can help me figure out how I can put it from my phone onto the computer and then adjust the screen. I hear you can do that. I'm not computer savvy. So the last time I showed you this, last time I showed you this, I had done this part. The other day, I just did all of this. I got the next bow. That's just on the pole. on the pole. And all of this is more trees. So I stitched this. I come home from work and I have a snack and I have my reading time, and cause, I love books, and then I do a little bit of housework, and then I have about 45 minutes to stitch before I start dinner. My husband's just starting a new bid schedule, so I'm actually going to get to stitch a little bit more or a little bit sooner because I don't need to have dinner ready, or he'll help me have dinner ready before he goes to work, because 2 days out of the week he's gone half hour after I get home from work. So there's bad things about it. I see him for half an hour 2 days every week. But then I get to stitch a little bit more, so I don't know which one's better. Neither. Anyway, my hair's a mess, sorry. I was at work today. It gets pretty hot. I'm going to show you my Hazel project, and I feel horrible about that. Oh, I don't know if I even finished my sentence that I'm stitching that. I'm going to do like what word am I looking for here? A rotation for my afternoon, my 45 minutes, because I have a few larger projects there's 2 that I put aside because of the Hazel project. Hazel, there's a lot of confetti. I think I said that before, and it takes maybe, I don't remember. It takes a lot of concentration, and it takes a while. To sit down for 45 minutes is just not worth it. Maybe it would be. Maybe I should just do it all the time, and then I'd probably be further along. But in that 45 minutes, I'm also getting up to do something once in a while at times. So I just decided I'm going to do my winter scene. The first, I'm starting it this week. And then I will do my afghan. And then I am working, or I'm not working, I'm going to start my Blackworks sampler that you get free online. And then I got Santa's Village, and I'm thinking about starting that on my 4th week. Actually, that would be my 3rd week, because we're into the end, going towards we are in the end of the month. I can't talk. I'm really tired. So yeah, but those are things I'm thinking about going over to, so I can at least work on them a little bit while I'm working on the Hazel project. There she is. I was trying to figure out what I was going to say. My brain. Maybe I should just show you pictures. Just keep my mouth shut. So the last time you saw her, I did not take a picture. I will take a picture of this and figure out how to insert it for the next time. Oh, I think I was somewhere around here. I think. So I have finished this row. I'm beginning this row. This row here. Is that it? Yeah. This is 10 right here. 5 stitches in, halfway, is the end of that page. I can't officially say when I get done with this row, I'm done with the page, because I have this. I was thinking about coming back and doing all of this. I'm thinking of coming back after I'm done with this, find it, and do 1 row, because that's her ear that's cut off, and not do this row, because I'm trying to decide if I am going to frog all this, because my husband thinks that's just too much of the sand, and how dark it is up against her. But I will have to do this row, so I think I will. I think I've just talked myself into it, because, you know, who wants to cut off a part of Hazel's ear? So I'm going to finish this, and I'll come back and do just this 10 stitch across and down. So if you can see her, the light just totally freaked out. I think it's this. If you can see her in this horrible picture, then she is as good as I think she is. The part that has me nervous is right here. That's her. That's Hazel. Where there's, if you look at the actual picture, it's like there's a little bit of shadow. And it's a little hard to see. It's all this hand. The other thing is she's pretty defined. I was afraid when I was done stitching her that her and the sand would just kind of blend and you'd have a hard time telling where the sand ended and where Hazel began. But from my vantage point, that's not the case. I can see her. I'm thinking when I'm done, and it continues to look like it, if it does, to outline her. Maybe in a white or an off-white. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as I get further along. As far as my rotation in the evening time, I am going to be sticking with her every evening, every day, every week. I don't know when my friend is going to want to get together with me to exchange Christmas gifts. But if we get together and she's not done, I don't know. I'll go from there. I'll see if I just want to throw something else in there in the rotation, because to be quite honest, she is my primary focus. And she is very precious to me because she was my friend's baby. And having gone through that loss myself before, you know, it's pretty important. So I don't want to make it sound like this is not an important project. But for any of you who have stitched and have really dedicated a lot of time doing one, I think you can understand that when you focus on one day after day, pretty soon you're skipping a day. Oh, I'll just do a little extra tomorrow. And then you skip in another day. It's like I had a week off. And yeah, I was busy, but I should have at least got an hour in. And there was probably only 3 days I stitched her. And I think it's because I've been focusing and focusing. And I'm thinking that if I miss the Christmas deadline that I have set, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one project and I'm going to throw it in there. I don't know if it's one of these or I'll start something new, little exciting. I have no problem starting something. You know, my rotation is 4, but at this point, everything's just kind of, you know, just out there. So whatever it takes for me to keep feeling motivated, where I'm like, oh, a few more days I get to work on Hazel again, and I know she needs to be worked on, and then I kind of feel like I can, you know, got a lot to stitch on her, and I'll feel more motivated because, you know, I had already been working on something else, so it wasn't just a matter of, oh, there's all that confetti I've got to do. I'll feel a little bit more geared up and ready for it. So that's an idea. We'll see. I am going to just keep going until I either get her done. Sorry, position my back. Or sorry, I keep saying sorry. Or until, you know, Christmas passed. That almost fell. I've got a lot of bags here. Let's see. I put my cross stitch in Ziploc bags until I find another solution. So, what I have kitted up. I have Summer. This is just the, probably shouldn't show you, it's the chart, but it's only part of it. This is just the summer. Move my phone. It's got all the questions in there. And here we go. And then I have fall kitted up. Oh no, I'm sorry, not fall. Yeah, it is fall. I was right. Summer and fall. So those are ready to go. I think I have the fabric for that. Pretty sure I do. It's 14 count. And I said I had all the Afghan villages or businesses all kitted up. I realized I don't. I think I stopped because every time I went to the fabric store, Joann Fabrics, or I'd go to Michael's, I was buying floss. I was coming. I got a bag with about like 40 strands of DMC floss. That I finally got to a point I just couldn't bobbinate again. I just could not bobbinate one more. I've been bobbinating for all of this stuff. Hazel, you know, you saw the whole list of colors. I got them all. Because anything I kit up, if I need a color, you know, let's say I needed 1 or 2 colors on fall and summer, that's the same. I don't want to switch it, even though when I'm doing those, I'll be doing one at a time. I'm not going to pull them both out at the same time. I just like knowing it's in there. And I know I will use it. It's floss. I'm going to use it. So I got to a point I just could not buy any more floss. I think the floss I got is for some Christmas presents. What else? It may be for one more. I think I wanted to kit 2 out of the 4. Yeah. So I just need to bobbinate it. I have it down in my app what those flosses are for because I bought an app for it. So I got the quill shop. Oh, I should do this so you're not seeing the pattern. It's not very good. Sorry, it's just not very good. There's my sorry again. That's the quilt. It's my brain again. Quilt. This one I don't know when I'll ever do. My goal was this year. I think I bought it in July. This is the Trick or Treat Fairy. I was so excited I even went and got the floss. I think that was my first floss trip for all these kits. The only thing I need are the beads. Yeah. And I had the beads in my cart, but I took them off when Halloween was coming and passing me by. And instead, I put beads for this. Oh, it's in here. For those of you who don't know what Blackwork sampler I'm talking about, oh, I know it's going to be glary. Oh, it's bad. It's worse than it was. You're not going to see it. I think it's because it's nighttime. Can you? There. I just need to get myself out of the way. It's the Blackworks sampler Save the Stitches that you get online. I have mine all downloaded into my Goodreader. And it is blackworkjourney.com.uk. So Blackwork without an S on it. Elizabeth Almond is the designer. So it's all free. It's beautiful. Go to the Sweet Array and you can see hers. She did hers on 18 count. I'm not going to because there are quarter stitches and I don't want to have to break through the thread. So I know a lot of people do it on 25. I think I'm going to go outside the box and do 28. That's what I'm thinking. I'm sure it'll work. So, you know, this is the kit because I don't have it printed off to take the pattern, put it in here. I probably will. I will probably just print off each section as I need it, but I need to get some more black ink. I know the Sweet Array, I know she did the black that's in the big spool, but it's recommended the pearl black. It's a little thicker, and that's what I wanted to go with. I like the idea of that. And then, I think I goofed. I know I goofed. So I've never dealt with metallic, so I got the DMC, and all of you who've done metallics are probably going, no, don't do DMC metallic. I already got it. I'm going to see how the first color works, see if I can do it. Sweet Array did it. She said you just got to learn to work with it. If I'm not happy, then I'll just stop. It's not, you know, a huge important deal for me to do it right away, and I'll just go get the Krennic. But I picked, it had gold, silver, I think bronze. I wanted pretty colors, and I was getting onto not Facebook, Google, and typing out the name and getting the images. People were doing all kinds of colors, and they were really beautiful. They weren't even all doing just black. They would do a different color. But I wanted to do black, and then I wanted to do these. So if you could see, it's a shiny. You can't see how shiny it is. Purple, more like a burgundy, and a blue. So I got the Mill Hill beads, and I know you're not going to be able to see them. With my computer, you're not. And this is the first time I've ever bought beads. I don't even have any of those cool storages that I've seen people have. So I got what I thought was going to work. Now the colors do look really pretty, and they do match up really well with them. Here's more of the burgundy. Isn't that so pretty? And here is the, let me see. Sorry. Blue. That one's really pretty. See how shiny it is? Here's the purple. Now, although it's pretty, it's muted, isn't it? It's not shimmery like these. So somewhere along the line, I goofed up. And they all say antique glass beads. And nowhere did I get the impression that that was going to be muted. And I feel like as shiny as the other two are, this isn't going to cut it. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking my purple, and the Sweet Array, she just bought everything from Michael's, including the beads that weren't Mill Hill, and it looked great. And she showed what beads she used, and I remember seeing those at Michael's. So I am going to take this to make sure I get the correct size, because they don't sell Mill Hill. So, and I'm going to take my DMC metallic purple and see if I can find a shimmery one. I don't need to take these to compare, you know, more shimmery, brighter color, because I know what it's supposed to look like. I just messed up. What wasn't up this one? I just messed up because I couldn't see it. If I had saw it in person right away, I would have said, oh, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm sure I will use this for something. So, yeah, let me put this back in. But, yeah, I kind of messed up there. Sorry, you're going dark on me. I keep forgetting to move my mouse. And I also got my needle for that. So that's my other kit. That's what I have kitted up. And like I said, I think I have the floss to kit up one more of my Village Business. Now for you to finally see what I told you I would show you twice. My Afghan. So the first one is the flower shop. Let's see if I had the right thing to record it on. You know what? You know what I did? Oh, never mind. You need coffee. I thought I kitted up something I already did because I was looking over here. This was not the quilt shop. It's the antique store. So no, I didn't mess up. Just my brain messed up. The cross stitch. Let me say it again. The cross stitch store. Ice cream parlor. The chairs are really cute. The sweet shop. So this one has the cupcakes, the pies, the cakes, jam. And then here's the one that I'm working on. It's got a piece of dog fur. Imagine that. 5 dogs in a house. And a stuffed monkey. And 2 cats. Imagine fur. This here is the mercantile. Ooh, that brightened up. Over here, these are bags of sugar and flour. And over here, I know it looks like pies to you, like, you know, those pies that have the strawberries on top. It's a basket of apples. That's what it is. That's it. And then I have I feel like I'm not getting it. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 2 on each row. So that's it. Let's see. So light is really going to freak out. I cannot see what I'm showing you. I think I got a little close and it kind of darkened up. So, yeah. Oh, sorry, that was me. It was a phone reminder. Just to tell you how scatterbrained I am sometimes. Because I have so much in my day. I have to put a reminder that I have to take the trash out to the road. And since my son's not here, I get to do it. So that is it. The only thing I have left to talk to you about is, wow, I'm at 33 minutes. We better get a move on. Is the questions. So here we go. Question number 1. Does season affect your stitching? Yes and no. The yes is when I take the summer off. If I don't work. Well, I shouldn't say take it off. If they really don't have enough work for me in the summer and they fill all the positions, then yes, it does affect me. I get more stitching done in the summertime. When I'm off for a holiday, like the week for Thanksgiving, the 2 weeks for Christmas, I know I don't a whole lot, but that's because we're talking, you know, a holiday and getting ready for that. But the summer, the whole summer, I have 2.5, July, August, 2.5 months off. I definitely get more stitching done. Because I usually get up in the morning and have my coffee and my breakfast, and then I kind of get my chores done then, and then I have the rest of the day to just kind of do whatever. So yeah, when I work in the summertime, then no, it's pretty much the same. I usually have a week, no, 4 days off before the summer school begins. And at least last year, it went all the way up until the last 3 weeks before school started. The year before that I didn't work, my boss said that they had the whole month of August off. Month of August? Yeah, they only work to the end of July. So that varies. So yes and no. If I am working, then it does not affect my stitching. I just stay on my same routine. Okay. Do I prefer a lap stand, a floor stand, or stitch in hand? I don't have a lap stand. I actually didn't think that I would be interested in one until I started working on this in my 45 minutes. And I find myself sitting with my leg kind of crossed and this propped up so I could stitch on it. That's when I realized, okay, my husband made me one of those floor stands with PVC pipe. I may ask him to make me a lap stand. But really, it's a toss between two. I do a floor stand, which is this baby right here. I should take a picture of it and put it up. And I can stitch in. Oh, it's another question, so I won't say that. So I can stitch on this. My husband built it so that it slides with on my Stitchy chair. So instead of going underneath like it was originally designed, it's on either side of my chair. So I pull it like this. So it works really, really nice. So I prefer this when I'm doing the full stitch. When I am back stitching, I prefer stitch in hand. I have stitched in hand since I learned how to cross stitch. It wasn't until the last couple months that my husband had built this that I'm doing a floor stand. And I love it. I actually really love doing my regular stitching with my floor stand. But I really like stitching in hand with back stitching. So I'm thinking when I do the, whatever I said it, the Blackwork sampler, most of it's all back stitching. That's how you do the design. So I may be stitching that in hand. So yeah, floor stand and stitch in hand. Do you prefer a hoop, a Q-snap, or a frame? I don't do the frames. I do a hoop. If I can get my whole project in a hoop, I myself feel very uncomfortable. I know a lot of stitchers say, it works just fine. It's no big deal. All the time, effort, and work that goes into my projects. I would freak if I did a bunch of French knots, moved my hoop, and smushed some of them. Yeah, smooshed. I'm just a little uncomfortable about using a hoop for a project that is going to go past it. Now, I'll use a hoop. I even used a hoop on, what was it? Oh, it was the rug weaver to start off with. And then I went and got the Q-snap. The Q-snap is my all-time favorite. Before getting the Q-snap, I got this because I was curious about trying it. Sorry. Oh, that's terrible. I was not sure about it. It was very inexpensive, so I thought I'd give it a try to see if I like frames. And I do. I actually don't mind this at all. It does not sit very well up here. But when I got it, I actually really enjoy it. And it actually holds my fabric pretty tight. Once in a while, I have to unscrew these little and give it a good twist. And that's fine. I have to tighten up my Q-snap too. So I do like that. I don't know if that's considered a frame or considered a... I don't know if that's considered a frame. I don't know. But Q-snaps are my favorite. So that's what I've got, and I've got 3 of them. Do you use a Stitchy light? Yes, I do. And do you use a magnifier? I'm asking both of those at the same time because my Stitchy light and my magnifier are both one and the same. It's a floor lamp that has the magnifier. I used to have one of those magnifiers that you put over your head. It had the string, and you prop it up, and I was like this, and I was stitching, and then I'd have to go like that, and oh, it hurts. And that was even before the frame, the stand, and it just didn't work. And then the Sweet Array had moved into her apartment, and then she showed what she had gotten. She doesn't use a magnifier, but she said she got it with the magnifier because she figured, might as well just in case she ever needed it. And I saw that, and I told my husband, oh, I want that. Get that for Christmas, my birthday, together. You won't have to give me anything else. And he looked at me and said, just order it. Just order it. You need that. You're hurting yourself with that other thing. So, how awesome is that? And I love it. I use it all the time. Even my 14 count, I will bend it. I don't need a magnifier for my 14 count. I will bend it and I will use the light. I don't see that well. Even with my contacts, for whatever reason, my eyes become very blurry when I stare at anything like this. Sorry, that's 18 count. I don't have any 28 count in front of me. Can you believe that? 14 count, 18 count, 14 count. I just realized that. The rug weaver was 28 count. I have a very, very difficult time looking at like 28 count, probably even 25 count. 18 I do okay. I can see that even from here. 14 count. I just use a light, make it easier on my eyes. But anything more, I need a magnifier too. Do I prefer to stitch one-handed, two-handed, or both? I prefer two-handed. That is my preferred method if I can. That's why, and I stopped saying it because the question was further down. I use my leg and I prop it to sit the winter scene up on it, and then I kind of do this whole thing with my hand like this, and I pull like that. It's the only way I can do it. And then I get it out and I pull. And I've got a really good technique to do it, because I can't pull like this or it falls. Yeah, I think I need a lap stand. Or just switch it out. That's probably what I should do. It doesn't sit that great on here, but it doesn't do too bad. The design that my husband got didn't have this. It just ended. And this thing, when I would stitch, I get stitching with my hand, and it would finally move, and then I have to move it now. It would fall onto my lap. Oh, it's going to go now. So I was telling my husband about it, and he goes, hey, what if I put some elbows? I guess that's what they're called. Works perfect now. It doesn't go anywhere. So maybe it will work now. I haven't put that on there since then. Do you prefer to stitch alone or with your family? Doesn't matter. I would have to say alone only because I can concentrate more. I will miscount, and then I frog. I don't mind my family sitting there and we watch a movie, but my husband and I tend to discuss the movie as it goes, or we get into the movie if we're watching TV. But if he sat down with me and we were stitching, he'd be like, "Are you going to stitch? You're going to talk to me." So it kind of, I guess that's my answer. I prefer alone. I get more done. Do I have a preferred fabric, and what is the count? Right now, as I think I had said earlier on, I only have bought fabric from Michael's and Joann's. So I haven't ordered any online. I haven't done any of the dye fabrics. I'm a little nervous about that because I know you can't wash it. And obviously I have a stain there. I had a stain here. I managed to get it out for my sister. Nothing on this. I would have a conniption. I have a little stain on my afghan, but I think that can come out. And I wash my hands. I wash them. I don't eat around my stuff. I honestly don't know what happened. I know what happened here. I keep it on my lap. There's no loop or anything I do with this. I think my dog jumped up on my lap. He thought I had a blanket for him. So, Even Weave, the one that I worked with on the rug weaver. I really enjoyed that. I have not had any problem with any fabric that I have bought from Joann's or from Michael's, and I have gotten it in a tube. I have gotten it in the bag, and no problem at all. I do have another 28 count that I did work a little bit on, which was the castle. And like I had said in my first video, I'm pretty sure I put it in there, I only did a 10 by 10 square. I haven't went any further because I stopped and decided I really want to do the metallics. And I've got to figure that one out. That's on my to-do list. But yeah, I don't really have a preferred fabric right now. But my count is 28 count. How many times have you lost your stitchy bug, and how did you get it back? I never really truly lost my stitchy bug, but there was about a year and a half, maybe 2 years, that I couldn't stitch because my cramps in my hands were so bad that I couldn't hold stuff for very long, and then I was getting headaches. I was having a hard time seeing. And then finally I had it, and I caught sight of YouTube and Flosstube, and I thought, I want to get back into cross stitching. I've missed it so much, and I would look at it every once in a while, and I really want to do it. I've never really truly lost it, just for I guess you could say medical reasons. I put it down. That was the only time in the 25 years I've cross-stitched. That was the only time I've put it down for that length of time. I've always done something. So how I would get it back, if I ever did, I think that it would be to just start working on something else. But, I'm getting into the loom knitting. I'm getting into regular knitting. I'm getting into trying to learn crochet. And I love my books. And so I get enough of other things in there. And I loved my rotation because I would take the weekend off. And that really helps me be motivated to stitching coming the week. And then doing 4 different projects. That really keeps me motivated and enjoying what I'm doing, because then I'm doing something different each week. Even if it's the same thing that I did 4 weeks ago, it feels different. Do you travel and stitch? That's the last question. No. I don't. I used to. My husband is a truck driver, and at some point in his career, at the beginning, he was a long-haul truck driver, and I lived in the truck with him. 10 months out of the year, I had to be home for winter, 9 months out of the year. And I only did it for the 9 months, and then I got pregnant with our son, then I had to stay home. But I traveled. I traveled in truck and stitched, and he runs into truck drivers that he'd seen back then. They're like, "Oh, does your wife still stitch?" Because they remember riding along with my husband, and sometimes we'd be side by side, and I'm sitting there stitching, and they thought that was pretty cool. We have taken trips to Montana to visit family, and I have stitched going there if it's a small project, but I won't take any of my big stuff. And I just don't do it now because we really don't do a whole lot, go very far. We do have an RV. We have an old bounder. And if we go camping next year, last time we went camping, I didn't. I had, we took all of our dogs. And, yeah, I just took books. But I think I might, because my floor stand detaches. So it can be a table stand. And we got a little table and a chair. And I could sit it there. So I think that I would take some small projects there with me. But at this point in time, I don't take anything. So I'm at 50 minutes. I can't believe it. I'm trying to decide if I want to redo the video and start all over and make it shorter. 15 minutes is a long time to listen to me ramble. That'll take me 5 hours to upload because my husband's schedule started and he just has not had the time to get the new internet. But we have decided we are going to do it when my husband heard, "You got how many subscribers?" Oh, maybe we do need a faster internet. It's going to take you hours to do all those videos, download them, upload them. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm starting to fade. It's 8:20 and I have to work tomorrow. And I want to get going on this. I want to stitch at least down to where Hazel is. So I'm probably going to spend the next hour and a half or so stitching. So I may make a very short video while my family is gone and the house is quiet, but I'll probably wait to upload it, especially if I decide to upload this one. That's 52 minutes now. I was gonna discuss something. I don't remember what it was. Maybe I'll remember. Oh, I was going to show you my magazines and show you, I'm going to try and show you some of the patterns that I have. So it's not something that is going to pertain to my, my update of my whips that I've got going. So if I don't get it on right away, that'll be okay. So, yeah. I guess I'm going to go because I'm at the point where I'm rambling now because I'm really tired. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the week and a wonderful weekend. And maybe I might be home Tuesday, like I said. But I highly doubt it. I highly doubt we'll have snow days. So I will talk to y'all later, and thank you so much for watching. And if you like my video and all my rambling and my horrible picture quality, give me a thumbs up. And thanks so much. Bye.